All right, welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I'm here to talk about the fourth fight of the night, Kevin Natividad versus Ricky Turcios. Ricky Turcios is the Ultimate Fighter season whatever the fuck winner. He beat Brady Heastand, who I talked about before. Check out my other videos, by the way, and like, share, subscribe, whatever the fuck. Uh, Turcios is 12 and 3 overall after his last loss being to Ayman Zahabi. He's officially 1-1 in the UFC, the win over Heastand and the loss to Zahabi. And of his 12 victories, he's got 3 TKOs, 1 submission, and 7 decisions. He's a very versatile fighter, though. And his 3 losses, he's got 1 TKO and 2 decisions. The decisions come on the Contender Series to Boston Salmon, I always say Salmon, but Mana Martinez, who knocked him out in round 1, just caught him with a big right hand and put him away on the ground. And Ayman Zahabi, who beat him, and I guess you can call that a fight. It was a really disappointing performance from both guys, but really from Turcios. Zahabi won, can't blame him, and he needed a victory too. So, Turcios has some redeeming to do, the Ultimate Fighters, I know you always want them to do well. Some of them fizzle out very quickly, and I hope that's not the case for Turcios. He had that ugly performance against Zahabi, but he still didn't look outclassed. He looked a little befuddled or whatever. But he's, he wasn't finished. So Turcios, it's not all gone, his hype there. But He's a favorite here. He's minus 155, and he's fighting Kevin Natividad. Kevin Natividad hasn't had a good run in the UFC so far. He's got a record overall of 9 and 3. He's 0 and 2 in the UFC. His 9 wins 5 of them come via TKO, just 1 submission, and 3 via decision. His 3 losses are all via TKO. And 2 of them come in the UFC to Dana Bakary, who knocked him out inside of a minute. Miles Johns, who knocked him out at the end of the fight in round 3. But, it was a fight Miles was winning, and then he just caught him with a beautiful uppercut, kind of like pushed him and then uppercutted him coming off the cage. And Glenn Baker, a powerful regional fighter with a dog shit record, who, where did I mention him? He lost to... had a split decision with Fernie Garcia. That's where I saw him before. But Glenn Baker knocked him out with 1 punch inside of 30 seconds, which, doesn't speak well for Natividad's chin. His chin is compromised. Moving forward, can't say exactly what to expect from him, but I know the loss column will be filled with more KOs. Whenever he loses, it's probably going to be via TKO. And... I don't trust his chin, but, I should say most of the time he loses, because in this fight, I'm not exactly predicting a TKO. I'm betting on it because I'm a degenerate, but Turcios doesn't have the greatest knockout power. He does have good striking. He does have good volume, and he really pours it on. He's aggressive with the, flurries when he smells weakness or finds his opponent cornered against the cage. But he's got 3 TKOs. One's over no one or whatever, but the 2 TKOs he's got are both standing TKOs, the ones I've seen, over Trent Moe and someone else. But the guy Trent Moe is a pretty decent fighter. Turcios knocked him down in the 3rd round and then put him away with ground and pound. They might even be listed, both of them, as ground and pound finishes, but it started on the feet, the sequence, and he knocked them down each with 1 punch. Same goes for the other guy, whatever his name is. But I say that because Natividad, he hasn't lost via ground and pound. His losses have all come via standing knockout. Now, he was on his way to losing a decision to Miles Johns, and I could see Ricky Turcios absolutely out-hustling him to a decision. That is my prediction, I should say. I think Turcios wins the decision, but I did bet on that. I didn't bet on him to win a decision. I bet on the money line, minus 155, because it covers decision and also covers knockout and submission and DQ and whatever the fuck else. But I also sprinkled something on the knockouts for Ricky Turcios because I don't trust Natividad's chin, and I do think Turcios, I don't think his power is underrated, but his striking overall is. He's, potentially wild, which wild is always dangerous. And also technically, he's good. Not overall where he's going to win kickboxing matches or whatever, but as we've seen in his fights on the Ultimate Fighter, and especially with Brady Heastan, he can pour it on. And if he pours it on with Kevin Natividad, a guy with a weak chin, there's a chance he gets him out of there. So I like knockout props for Turcios. You can get them at plus 1,200, plus 1,500, plus 1,800 for rounds 1, 2, and 3. Overall, it should work out to be about plus 500 or so for a knockout flat if you get that prop available. But the real bet is Turcios wins, minus 155. I trust him more to win a decision, as I said, because that's just more his style. That's a bet more on his or a pick more on his offense than Natividad's defense or his defensive holes. But Turcios overall, I think he's better than Natividad. I think he does win the wrestling battle, even though Natividad's got decent wrestling. But Turcios is better, and Turcios' scrambling ability, I just see him, if he's ever put in any position where he's in trouble, I think he can fight his way out of it. And, again, with his scrambling and his offense altogether, he is my pick to win this fight. So taking Turcios, picking Turcios, betting Turcios, and like a degenerate, sprinkling something on the knockout props. All right, like, share, subscribe, all that horseshit, and check out my other videos.